Friends, are you ready to embark on an incredible journey through one of the most mystical cities in the world? Right now, you will discover the secrets hidden in Old Manhattan and immerse yourself in an atmosphere of mystery and enchantment. Today, we will dive into the world of ghosts and legends of New York, where every street, every house holds its secrets. Have you ever wondered what lies behind the facades of these majestic buildings? Perhaps you can't even imagine the astonishing stories that come to life here every night. So what are we waiting for? Let's go uncover the secrets of Old Manhattan. 1. Let's begin our journey with one of the most famous and mysterious places in New York, the Dakota Building. Located at the corner of 72nd Street and Central Park, this building is not only an architectural masterpiece, but also a source of many legends. Built in 1884, the Dakota has attracted attention not only for its residents, but also for its ghosts. It is said that the ghost of a little girl in a white dress resides here, seen by many residents of the building. What keeps this spirit lingering here? 2. One of the most famous stories associated with the Dakota Building is about John Lennon. The great musician lived here in the final years of his life and was shot at the entrance of the building in 1980. Since then, many claim to have seen his ghost on the premises. Can you imagine what it's like to see a great musician even after his death? This is just one of the many secrets the walls of this building hold. 3. But let's not stop at just one place. Let's stroll through the streets of Manhattan and peek into the Congress Hotel. This hotel, built in the early 20th century, is known for its mystical stories. Hotel guests often report strange sounds and sightings in the corridors. One of the most famous ghosts of the hotel is a woman in a white dress who is supposedly searching for her beloved. She has been seen so often that even the hotel staff are accustomed to her presence. 4. The most striking story happened in room 441. It is said that a young couple once stayed in this room. At night, they were awakened by a strange noise, and when they looked around, they saw the figure of a woman standing by the window. She was quietly crying, and when they tried to approach her, she disappeared. After this incident, room 441 became one of the most famous and popular for those who want to encounter a ghost. 5. Our next stop is the Water Tower, one of the oldest and most famous landmarks in Chicago. Built in 1869, it even survived the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. But it's not just history that makes this place special. It is also surrounded by mystical stories. It is said that in the Water Tower, you can meet the ghosts of firefighters who perished during the fire. People claim to have heard their voices and seen shadows at night. 6. One of the most interesting stories happened to a tourist who decided to spend the night in the tower. He claimed to have heard footsteps and seen shadows, but no one was around. In the morning, he discovered strange footprints on the floor that led to a wall and then abruptly ended. These footprints couldn't be explained, and since then, the place has become even more popular among mysticism enthusiasts. 7. Let's move to the West Coast, to San Francisco, where we will find another enigmatic place, the Fairmont Hotel. This luxurious hotel, opened in 1907, is famous not only for its splendor, but also for its ghosts. One of the most famous ghosts is a woman in a red dress, who is said to be the spirit of a singer who died in the hotel many years ago. 8. Hotel guests report seeing her on the balcony and in the lobby, where she quietly sings her songs. Some even claim to feel the touch of invisible hands and hear whispers as they pass by. These stories attract many tourists who want to see the ghost with their own eyes. 9. We can't overlook Alcatraz Island, famous not only for its history but also for its mystical events. In this former prison complex, now a museum, strange things often happen. Tourists and museum staff report hearing footsteps, voices, and even seeing the ghosts of former inmates. 10. One of the most famous ghosts is Al Capone, who spent several years here. It is said that his spirit still roams the corridors of the prison, and many claim to have heard the sounds of a banjo, which Capone played during his confinement. These stories give Alcatraz a special atmosphere and make it one of the most mystical places in America. 11. Let's move to Salem, Massachusetts, known for its witch trials in the late 17th century. This town is full of mystical stories and legends, and every street, every house has its secrets. One of the most famous places is the Witch House, which once belonged to Judge Jonathan Corwin, who participated in the witch trials. 12. It is said that the house is inhabited by many spirits, and many tourists report strange sensations and visions. For example, one woman claimed to have seen a figure of a woman in old-fashioned clothing in the window, who then disappeared. These stories make Salem one of the most popular places for mysticism enthusiasts. 13. Let's move to the south, to Louisiana, where we will find the mysterious Villa Montezuma. This house, built in 1889, is famous for its ghosts and mystical stories. One of the most famous ghosts is the spirit of the house's founder, musician, and poet George Benton. 14. Villa guests report hearing music coming from empty rooms and seeing shadows moving down the corridors. Some even claim to have encountered Benton himself, who appeared in old-fashioned clothing and disappeared within seconds. These stories give the villa a unique atmosphere and make it a popular place among tourists. 15. Our next stop is Georgia, a state known for its old mansions and plantations. One of the most famous places is the Meadows Plantation, where ghosts are said to reside. It is said that in one of the old houses you can encounter the spirits of slaves who once lived there. 16. One of the scariest stories happened to a family who rented the house for the weekend. They claimed to have heard footsteps and voices, and one night saw the figure of a man in old-fashioned clothing standing by the window. These stories make the Meadows Plantation one of the most mystical places in Georgia. 17. Let's stroll through the streets of Chicago and peek into the Congress Hotel. This hotel, built in the early 20th century, is known for its mystical stories. Hotel guests often report strange sounds and sightings in the corridors. One of the most famous ghosts of the hotel is a woman in a white dress who is supposedly searching for her beloved. She has been seen so often that even the hotel staff are accustomed to her presence. 18. We will finish our journey in South Carolina at the historic Boone Hall Plantation. This house, built in 1681, is one of the oldest and most famous in America. It is said that the ghosts of former residents and slaves who once worked on this land inhabit it. 19. One of the most interesting stories involves a woman who saw the figure of a little girl in old-fashioned clothing standing by the window. When she approached, the girl disappeared, leaving behind only a strange feeling of cold. These stories give Boone Hall a unique atmosphere and make it a popular place among tourists. Dear friends, our journey through the mystical places of New York and other cities has come to an end. I hope you found it interesting and exciting to learn about the ghosts and legends that these old buildings and streets hold. But that's not all. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new exciting stories. And I have a surprise for you. If we get 5,000 likes on this video, I will release a video on how to calculate your financial code using numerology and become successful. Does that interest you? Then hit like, leave comments, and share this video with your friends. Until next time, my dear lovers of mysticism and adventure.